All right, it's week 2 of the NFL season. If you made it through the hour and a half of us talking shit last week, man, I appreciate it. So wild week. Well, fill us in. Give us a quick little recap of what happened of week 1. Wild week in the NFL.
Okay, our regular cast member Travis isn't here because some people haven't been getting my texts, and I'm trying to figure it out. But you guys have. He didn't. My mom didn't. Another one of my friends didn't. The fantasy group chat did. Some of them got them, but anyways, um, first week was wild. If your team is 0-1, your season is done according to the NFL. I mean, half the teams in the league are 0-1, half the teams in the league are 1-0. That's what it is. College football, week 3 coming up. High school, another week of high school football, flag football, pee wee football. We live and breathe football on this show. And how about those Iowa State Cyclones?
Let's go.
Got
Hey,
the
Yeah,
dub.
give it to
hey,
him.
no hard feelings. Hey, I want Iowa to win the rest of the games and go to the college football playoffs. And how wild would that be? Just this scenario is never going to happen. Iowa State, Iowa for the national championship. Not going to happen, but
I
think
mean, the
about
last time that
Won't happen.
Iowa State beat, I mean, when Iowa won the rest of their games, they lost the bowl game was when they went to the
Orange
Orange
Bowl.
Bowl. They lost to USC. So that was over 20 years ago. So,
Troy Polamalu.
but yeah, I mean, Iowa State give it to him. Matt Campbell. I mean, he's the reason you guys won that coaching. Yeah, he got you guys going in the second half for sure. So.
But Iowa is 1-0 without Ferentz this year and 0-1 with him.
Yeah. You still haven't played a whole complete game yet. That's the downfall.
And based on recent events, we need to fact check that.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't
But
know.
yeah,
Does Iowa State who does Iowa State play this week? Or are they on a bye?
Arkansas State
Oh boy.
should be a win. Iowa Troy should be a win. UNI at Nebraska. That would be hilarious if
Mm,
UNI wins.
God, I hope so.
I hope so.
And
Because
Nate's
UNI then plays UNI
Hawaii.
goes to Hawaii after Nebraska.
And
So
Nate's Colorado lost to Nebraska. They're done.
God, I hope
did
not.
you hear that uh the band isn't allowed to play after Sanders scores a touchdown because he had to play his theme song over
He's
the
got to
PA
play his
system.
rap song.
Whose rap song?
I
Hmm.
thought that was a joke, but it must be true.
It must be. I don't know. Because it's part of his NIL deal, I guess.
And if
Hmm.
you want to blame the NIL, blame Urban Meyer because he was the main enforcer of the NIL.
I don't think it's, I mean, it's got its perks for some players and teams. But hey, look, now we don't have any sign stealings anymore. They're actually upgraded to calls in the helmet. Where they
Which I
get the money for that?
which I think that should have been college football a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, cost is probably a huge contributing factor to that.
Did you guys ever watch that Netflix series about the guy
I haven't
from
yet.
Michigan? Oh, it's good.
Michigan man.
It's good.
Hey,
Tell you
Michigan
what.
man.
He actually
Hey,
got a game ball against the Iowa game 2 years ago. It's not a really good thing, but it's interesting. So,
sorry, my
Sports update.
Travis.
Oh,
He's working remotely.
Oh, gotcha.
He is picking the Vikings though.
Oh well, of course, he's picking it. Well,
But yeah, we'll get into the NFL games. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is the first Amazon Prime game with Al Michaels making $1 million a game. But it's divisional rivalry. The Bills coming off a very impressive high scoring win at home versus Tua and the Cheetah, the Dolphins.
yeah, this is gonna be an interesting matchup. Two teams that playoff aspirations division. I think the entire division won.
believe
Right?
I think so.
Yeah. No, that's a first. Hasn't happened since the old Belichick days, if then ever. Um, but yeah, everything's gonna see what Tyreek after getting pulled over before the game, that whole fiasco. The video was released yesterday, so we got to see, or was that today? Um, but Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, God, he is the team. The MVP aspirations already, but they're home in Miami. Tua didn't look great. Couldn't run the ball. Line's nothing great this year. I mean, they got lucky against Jacksonville, just gave away the game in the second half. And but I'm gonna roll the Bills here. I just think they're the better. Josh Allen's just playing too good, and I think it'll be close. But I'm gonna take the Bills by 3.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins by 3. I need Tyreek to not get arrested before the game. Number one. Number two, I need him to have a big game. So I got the Dolphins by 3. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an actual Thursday night football game that's actually worth watching.
Dolphins in a close one. They score in the last 2 minutes, and the Bills won't be able to do anything after that. Yeah. Who does besides the Bills tight end? Who do they have for receiver? And Cheetah is just too good. He'll
He only had
probably.
like 2 catches in case.
Yup. Yep, you're right. All right, and then Sunday, NFL Fox, NFL on CBS, our great friends over there. First game is both teams won. The Seahawks with new head coach Old McDonald out coached the greatest coach ever in Sean Payton in his first game ever versus the new reamped Patriots in Foxborough.
Yeah, both these teams pulled off a late half win. But yeah, I don't. We'll see what happens. And then we lost Will here.
Oh, no. I think we did.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh well, he'll come
Must have
back.
baby duty.
Muscat,
He'll
yeah.
come back.
Oh, he's back.
There he is.
Back.
Never left.
But so I'm gonna probably say Sea Chickens and the Patriots. Gosh, I don't know. This game could be a toss-up, really. I don't know. Patriots played better than they thought, but I mean, Geno Smith didn't look anything great. I think it could go either way. I'm just gonna probably take the Seahawks because they're at home and it's a long travel from Foxborough. So Seahawks by 3.
Patriots are home. Sorry.
Oh, there? No, I'm still thinking Seahawks.
All right.
I think this is gonna be a good game. I really do. I think the Patriots, you know what? I think they're gonna shock people. I think they're gonna start off 2-0. I mean, they beat the Bengals, the good old Bojangles, and yeah, I thought for sure the Bengals would just steamroll the Patriots. I thought it would be, you know, I don't know. Patriots, they're gonna shock some people. I've got them starting 2-0. I'm taking them to win by 7. It's gonna be a good game regardless of who wins, though.
9-6 Patriots. It's gonna be off the.
Oh,
God, I hope so.
And then they're gonna not probably win another game the rest of the year. Because they got Jacoby Brissett, who they drafted 8 years ago.
Do they play the Panthers?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
Or the Giants?
no.
Okay.
Well, they'll play the NFC West, the Seahawks division, and their other NFC game is at the Chicago Bears. So they won't play the Panthers or the Giants. All right, next nooner is a NFC East divisional rival. The Giants, who looked terrible, versus the Commanders.
Yeah, I think it's time, Giants fans. Season's over. Jump off ship. Dable will be gone sooner than later. The Boos are there at halftime. They'll still be there at opening kick. It ain't gonna change. Washington, they might be, even though Jane Daniels didn't look great passing, boy, he can run the ball just like in college. Big arm. Just give him time; they'll find his weapons. But Dan Jones, yeah, it's not going to get any easier for them fans out there. Malik Neighbors
Danny
has
Penny.
already had some issues with this quarterback, so we'll be lucky if the Giants can get at least 14 points this weekend. But I'm taking Washington. They should convincingly, hopefully, have this game unless there's some injury or something. But I'm taking Washington by 10.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm taking Washington by 10 too. I mean, both teams suck, but I think Washington sucks just a little bit less.
Just a second. I think there's an interesting stat on these teams. Let me look it up here.
Go ahead.
Because I want to say the Giants have won like the last 6 against the Washington. I just
And
from my knowledge. Okay, the Giants won the last 3. The one game before that was a tie. The Giants won 3, and it was a tie. Washington won the previous 2, and then the Giants won the previous 5. Historically, the Giants got Washington's number, but I'm taking Washington, Commanders in general, whatever you want to call them, in this game. The Giants stink. Danny Penny stinks. But yeah, it'll be like 10-3 Washington, Nate.
And that'd be amazing.
All right, next nooner is the Chargers with new head coach Jim Harbaugh. Who's got it better than them? Nobody. Against another
nobody.
team, Panthers, who stink.
Yeah, I don't know if we've still have seen Bryce Young graduate from 8th grade yet. So it's yeesh. First play of the game, pick. Yeah, it is not getting any better for Carolina after 1 week. Hopefully, maybe we can get something going for them. But yeah, Will's Raiders really got to run into that quick start against the old Chargers. But that run game, and boy, too bad for all the people that hit the over on 200 yards with Herbert. He didn't even get that. So, sheesh. Yeah, I'm Chargers should take this one. It's as long as they run the ball at J.K. Dobbins, good things happen. And Herbert will only hopefully improve throwing the ball. So Chargers by 7.
Oh, I got the Chargers steamrolling them. It's not even gonna be a game. charged by 21. It's going to be the same treatment that the Saints did to him last week. It's not even. I mean, we could collectively go to a game, the three of us, for under $10 with the ticket price. It's like a dollar. I'm not even kidding you. I think it's like $1 or two something to go to a game.
We're gonna fly to Charlotte.
I mean, yeah, it's like what I mean, seriously. But hey, yeah, I don't know. They suck. So I got the charge by 21. It's just gonna be insane. But hey, who if you want to go to a cheap game, go there. I mean, if I had nothing else going on over this weekend, I was there. I'd go to it. Because I believe it's home for the Panthers, right?
Yeah, it's in Charlotte.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. So there you go.
So you're waiting for the Packers
Yeah.
to eventually play there.
Yeah, yeah.
They did last year, and the Panthers almost beat them.
Hey, you shut your mouth over there.
Chargers in this one. They're gonna run the ball. They'll probably throw the ball 10 times because they won't need to throw the ball. They're not gonna throw the ball this year. They're gonna run their two running back sets and their big offensive linemen, Joe Alt, Ronnie Lukley, whatever his name is from Northwestern. Yeah, but Bryce Young not looking good. They got one boy, Adam Thielen, and he's white and he's older than us. Yeah, not looking good for the Panthers. I think at this point the Panthers will win one home game this year, probably a divisional opponent. They'll get one. They'll get a random divisional home win this year, and I think that's probably looking like what it is for them. But yeah, the Cam Newton Panthers are long ago now.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Next nooner is the Cleveland Browns, who Deshaun Watson changed his Twitter name today, or X name,
Oh, jeez.
against Tim's second favorite team, the Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence, the Golden Boy, is back at it again. Oh, jeez. They had it early and they coughed up on that fumble, and then Tyreek went 80 yards for the touchdown, and that was the game pretty much. Yeah. Cleveland, I don't know. Everybody's abandoning ship, and it sounds like Deshaun Watson is trending on water here, guys. It's only a matter of time. They're saying he's done. Just give him the money, and he just had another lawsuit against him. So, yeesh. I'd hate to say it. His best last season, we may have seen the end of, or may never see again the Houston. Yeah, it's just the end of an era. All that money. Who knows what will happen again? I don't know. But I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. Gosh, they're going to roll the dice, get a win. They should. I mean, besides the Browns' defense, but the only thing keep them in this thing. So, yeah, Jacksonville by 7.
I think the defense is going to keep this close, and I agree. Jacksonville's going to win by 7. But yeah, I mean, Deshaun Watson, I bet throws at least one interception minimum. But I think he's going to throw. I think he's going to throw more than that. I think he's going to throw 2+. So, yeah, terrible game.
Yeah, Jaguars, they're the better team going into week 2. It's at Jacksonville Municipal, their first home game of the year. Deshaun Watson, aka Leroy Bickerstaff on X now. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
It's hilarious. They were talking about it all day today. They're like, "Oh yeah, Deshaun Watson changed his X name because he another masseuse came out and it's like really bad." And Deshaun Watson has 0 300-yard passing games with the Browns, and Joe Flacco had 4 in 6 games last year with the Browns. They got rid of the wrong quarterback. But I know it was the greatest trade in NFL history, according to the Browns. But Jags, baby, they'll win this one. All right, next nooner is the New York Jets with Green 18 against my second favorite team, the Titans, in Nashville.
Well, the
Oh, and Nate's second favorite team, the
Jets.
Jets.
Well, the Jets. We finally got to see Aaron Rodgers after almost playing an entire game for almost 2 years. He didn't look too bad early in the game. Had turnovers, but yeah, 49ers had a no-name running back just shoot out of a barrel. Because McCaffrey was unable to play within the last hour or so. They called him out inactive. So yeah, Jets should take this one against Will's Les Levis Titans. I already heard that the coach said that we should have just punted on first down and we would have won the game. Because yeah, that one throw that Levis did, underhanded to get out of bounds to his outside receiver. Wow. They saved Caleb Williams. Not great start. So and yeah, I don't think Titans are gonna do anything this game. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the Jets. I mean, I don't understand like why everyone's like, oh, the Jets are over. It's like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is old. He's not super mobile, but the guy can still throw dimes. I mean, they ran into a juggernaut in San Francisco. What did you expect? I mean, let's just be real. Yeah, I think the Jets are still gonna win the division. They're still going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got them winning by 14.
I got the Titans on this one, fellas, because the Titans are underrated at home.
Oh,
Damn.
goodness.
Damn. Bill Levis is going to be throwing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins. And my brother, Tyler Boyd, where are those tickets at? What? I I will be taking the Jets from now on after this game. Trust me, I will. Next nooner is the Red Hot Saints with my boy Derek Carr after 3 tutties at Big D. This is probably the biggest game of the year. Not.
Well, according to Dallas, Jerry says that uh, that the Cowboys the reason why they paid all their players is because well we paid Troy Aikman and guess what happened? We won Super Bowls. So if that's what Jerry says, that must be the law. So Dallas played a pretty well complete game for them, even though their best player was only in practice for less than a week. So yeah, this should be a walk in the park, hopefully. But yeah, picking Dallas big in this one by 13.
Yeah, you know what? I think Dallas is gonna win this game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I really do think that. I think the Saints they just completely destroyed the Panthers. They're gonna ride off that high. I think this is gonna be a high-powered, high-scoring game. Dak's gonna throw like 3 to 4 touchdown passes. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an offensive showcase. I think it's gonna be a good game. Probably one of the better games to watch of the week. But yeah, I got Dallas edging this one out by 3 points.
Cowboys, it's in Jerry's world. Jerry's world. Yeah, the Saints, they look pretty good. Um, Not a whole lot really changed there. Not really a whole lot of change with either of these teams. They're pretty much the same exact teams, same coaching staff, pretty much. But I got the Cowboys in this one. It's at Big D, and all the people are gonna be running in the stadium. Next nooner is the Buccaneers, who Baker Mayfield Probably the MVP of the league right now. Yes, it's only week 1. At the Lions at Ford Field.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting game here. Lions pull a late second out overtime win against the Rams on Sunday night, and the Buccaneers just blew the cannon off on Sunday. So
Washington.
yeah, against what the Commanders. Baker, gosh, what could have been in Cleveland, but he is having so much fun there in Tampa Bay. So it's hard to believe that this guy was thrown out with not a chance and is now looking really good. Really. So, but I'm taking the Lions here. I think Jared Goff and the offense will have the better help, but hopefully Monte Brown and them can get rolling here. Kind of quiet, but Jameson Williams had a big game. So yeah, I don't know. Mike Evans probably get another touchdown. The guy always gets touchdowns. So, but it'll be high. It'll be a good game. I'm taking Detroit by 7 in this one.
It's gonna be a good game. Yeah, I'm definitely watching this one. Yeah, I got the Lions by 7. I mean, it's gonna be a really good game. There's no other way around it. I mean, you got Dan Campbell. I mean, that Sunday night football game, hard hitting, overtime, Montgomery. I mean that game lived up to the hype. Yeah, I got the Lions by 7. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, Buccaneers Baker looks good. Browns, what did you do? You gave up on him way too soon. And then he was terrible at the Panthers. The Tim's Rams rejuvenated Baker's career. They really did.
Yeah.
Against your Raiders.
Yeah, this is also a playoff rematch. The Lions squeaked it out, I think, by 12 points last January.
That's not squeaking it out.
Anyways,
Yeah.
if you're a fantasy owner of Mr. Blue Hair, not a good game, but it's one game. Like I keep telling people, people are like, "Oh, he only caught one pass. They're done." It's one game. Relax. Um, no offense. I'm glad the Lions won because they're my Super Bowl pick. Nothing against your team, Tim, but I don't like the way they won because the Rams never got the ball on overtime. They need to change that rule.
Yeah.
The overtime in the NFL needs to be changed, but
No, it doesn't. Play better defense. Play good defense.
okay. It was 20-20 going in overtime. Lions get the coin toss. They're gonna receive. They get a touchdown. The Rams never got a chance.
That's
But
fine.
in college, you get a chance.
I get it. But this is the NFL. This is what the big boys play. Uh, don't you know how you get the ball back? Don't let your defense suck. Like hold them to a field goal. Like I like it because if we get both teams get the ball, you're gonna see more ties potentially. Because then what if both teams score? Then you got what, a minute left? It's a tie. I like it. I think it's great. I think you know if you score a touchdown, game over, kick a field goal, the other team gets back, totally fair. I like it. I do. I don't think it needs to be changed.
But Lions by 13 in this one. Next snooner is my Raiders. Yes, I know, my Raiders. Against Lamar Jackson, who's going to run the ball probably 25 times in this game. And it's in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's not looking too great for those Raiders. Boy, they really kind of fumbled it away in the second half. Mustache, yeah, it's just not looking great. I mean, good thing we are done in their season 2 of receivers with Devontae. I can already assuming he's probably having too much Taco Bell in his house, saving grace here. So, but Baltimore, they just got to run. All they need to do is run. Don't pass unless they need to. I mean, if they're going to pass it, Isaiah likely sounds like he's the guy since Andrews has just been blocking. But I mean, I don't know. See if Max Crosby and this defense can get after Jamal Jackson. So Derrick Henry just giving the ball. These guys shouldn't even have any problems against the Raiders. No offense. It should be a pretty easy game for them in Baltimore. So
Yeah, I agree. Ravens by 10. Not even gonna be a game. Hey, I picked your Raiders last week, Will, and they prevented me from not going 500 last week. So I'm 8-8. I should have been, 9-7, but that's okay. I got the Ravens. I mean, sorry, your Raiders suck.
I got Ravens winning. This is, trust me, we're gonna be 0-2. Yes, I know. Everybody's gonna go, oh, they're done. If you're 0-2, you're done. We're gonna start winning games after this one. Trust me.
So
But yeah, Lamar Jackson's gonna run all over us. And it's in Baltimore. I don't think we've ever won in Baltimore in the history of the team. Next snooner is the defending NFC champion 49ers, who probably look like still the best team in the NFL. Sorry, Chief fans. Against Travis's Vikings up north in Minnesota.
yeah, I mean this will be Sam Darnold looked really good in his Viking debut. Brock Purdy didn't play too bad. Debo got involved. Ayuk a little bit. Missed that touchdown. Man, he really called him out on that one on Manning Cast. Should have been there in training camp. But we'll see if McCaffrey will be here this week. Otherwise, sheesh. I mean, they took care of business without him. So, yeah. But it's going to come down to, I mean, if the Vikings can just get a stop on Brock Purdy. That's just what it's going to come down to. I don't think they will. JJ and the offense are probably going to maintain some good plays and some stats, but 49ers should convincingly take this one here.
yeah, 49ers. Brock Purdy's just too good. Let's just be real. I don't care what any of the analysts say. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He will be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's not even close. They win this decisively by 14 points. So yeah, 49ers is just a juggernaut.
This is actually a rematch of last year. The Vikings won, but big Brock got a concussion that game. And I remember they're like, oh, Brock Purdy, he's done. Sam Darnold is going to play, and he is so good. Sam Darnold never got to play, and Brock Purdy led the team to a Super Bowl. I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, Mason, wow. I had him on my fantasy bench, but I still won. The 49ers back at running back. Look, the 49ers have so many weapons. They could actually lose a couple of them and still be okay. I don't think
Except Debo.
the 49ers needed except Debo. I don't think the 49ers really needed Brandon Ayuk. I really didn't. I think if he would have left, I don't think they would have missed him. That's just me.
I got a bold prediction. Bold prediction alert. The San Francisco 49ers will go 17-0. You heard that.
Oh, jeez. You better get a whiteboard for how many times Nate picks a team to go 17-0. That's two.
Well, they play the Chiefs and the Cowboys back-to-back weeks, middle of the year.
Yeah, they're gonna stomp those guys' dicks in. They're not even gonna see it coming.
Oh no, they won't win. They won't lose this one, or they will lose this game. They play the Packers on Thanksgiving weekend.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know we got Jordan Love, so I mean, let's start there.
But yeah, I'm gonna take 49ers. They got too many weapons. But Vikings, They're going to surprise teams. I
Mhm.
think the Vikings will win at least 9 games this year.
Just because they
And
beat.
Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league.
That's true.
And then last nooner is the Colts, who look pretty decent. Yes, they lost with Anthony Richardson at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, Nate's beloved Green Bay Packers. And you cursed Jordan Love.
Hey, curse Jordan Love. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is going to be a better game than it probably would have a week ago. But and then Jordan Love had to just get rolled under on the second last play of the game. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Stranger things have in the NFL. Anthony Richardson, boy, that big old pass. He's just like a faster Cam Newton, what they're calling him. Got all the power. But this is a very young Colts team. We go against a very young, loveless Jordan Packer team. So I could be tossed up, but it's a home. It's in Lambeau. The fans are gonna get wild. We'll see if they can just hand the ball off to the old and see what they can just maybe get some yards. I mean, the receivers are doing something, so we'll just see who steps up. I think it'll be close. I'm taking the Packers only because they're home.
I'm taking the Packers. I hope our second string quarterback or whatever the hell I think it's like something Willis or Willick or whatever the hell his name is. I hope I don't know. I hope he just plays well enough, just doesn't do anything dumb. Yeah, it's gonna be a close game just because we don't got Jordan Love. I think we just eked this one out by 3 points. It's gonna be a tough game just because we don't got Jordan Love.
I'm taking the Colts because basically the Packers don't have a quarterback this game. Malik Willis is a project. You guys are gonna probably run the ball 50 times this game, and the Colts are just gonna play their front 8 people and just gonna stuff the ball. If Jordan Love was playing, this would be an easy Packers win.
Oh yeah,
But Malik Willis, yikes. And the Packers also called up Ryan Tannehill, but I don't know if they're gonna sign him or not.
You're a Titan boy out there.
Yeah. I'm just checking to see if I got all the nooners. Yes. Okay. 3 o'clock on Sunday. The first one should have been the Russell Wilson reunion, but he's injured and he's not playing. Steelers at the Broncos.
Yeah, Justin Fields played well. He didn't throw the game. I mean, he was able to help them get in decent field position. They got 6 field goals. So broke a Steeler record for most 50-yard field goals in one game. Justin Fields played it safe. A lot of those throws just didn't really have any close. They just don't. I mean, besides George Pickens, they really don't have any good weapons out there besides him. And the Broncos, Bo Nix kind of underwhelmed there. I don't know. It's early there, but gosh, I don't know. It's too early to tell. Both these teams just not where they are. They're where they should be. This could go either way. I'm probably gonna go Steelers, but I mean I won't be surprised if the Broncos won this game either. Steelers by 3.
yeah, I'm right there with you, Tim. I got Steelers, close game. I don't know. I got a big problem with this. It's like Russell Wilson. It's like, dude, just quit being a baby. Like I understand it's your calf. I get it. I really do. But you stood on the sidelines in your pads. Come on. Yeah, I'm glad Fields is playing well. I want him to play well. I want him to win. I really don't want Russell to start again. So I've got the Steelers by 3. I think the what?
I don't want Russell to play.
I mean, seriously, come on. Like, you stood on the sidelines
Wilson.
in your football pads. Well, what were you going to do? Like, were you can go out and play? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, come on. I don't know. I just don't understand that. But yeah, I like what they're doing, Justin Fields. I think if they keep him as the starter, I think they're going to do well. I really do. I think the Broncos still going to do good too. I think you just got to let Bo Nix kind of get into the league, actually play, see real defenses, not just the base defense. So yeah, I don't know. I like the Steelers.
The NFL loves Russell Wilson. They love him. They'll do anything for him. They'll jump 35,000 feet in the air for Russell Wilson. They think he's the best quarterback to play in the 2010s. Better than Peyton Manning, better than Tom Brady, better than Aaron Rodgers. Yo, man, Russell Wilson. I don't see it. Steelers are going to start 2-0. And then they're going to be riding their high horse, literally, because they're going to be playing the Broncos. And the Broncos will lose this game. Sean Payton is overrated.
Hey, I want to get one last thing in here, but Russ Wilson
Sure.
is getting 2 checks for both teams.
Very good.
That's true. He's the
And
real
he'll be on the backup, not even doing anything.
Yeah,
he's
literally.
the real winner of this situation.
Sign me up.
Yeah, he's the real winner of this situation here. You getting paid a shit ton of money by both teams to not play.
It would have been a lot better game if he would have played because you would have heard boo.
I hope he stands on
Oh,
the
they'll probably
sideline
still do it.
in his pads and just gets booed.
He was terrible with the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, he's terrible at the Steelers, so they made the right choice with the field. So there you go.
Uh-huh. All right,
They're calling him
next.
Hall of Famer. So
I don't think he is. Okay, next 3 o'clock game is divisional rivalry. Both teams are 0-1. Tim's Rams at the Arizona Cardinals.
yeah, both teams lost close games. Both could have went either way. Cardinals had a big lead. Rams had a good comeback. Rams lost a lot. We lost 3 starters in the game. 2 linemen and Puka are on the IR. So they were able to still play well against Stafford, looking good. I mean, we've had Arizona's numbers right here in the last few years under McVay, so I think he'll have the cavalry around Arizona. Kyler Murray looked great early, and then he kind of just offense just sputtered. Really didn't see much from the new weapon Harrison Jr. James Conner got the ball rolling still, so I mean, I'm taking the Rams here. They should hopefully take care of business here as long as nothing else happens. Cooper Kupp showed why he is Stafford's top target. I believe he's at being healthy. So
I got the Rams. I think the Cardinals start off 0-2. I just like what the Rams are doing. I mean, I understand they got some injuries, but I think the Cardinals bounce back after this game. I think they play pretty well until about October 25th when Black Ops 6 comes out. And then they are going to tank. I just looked up when the next Call of Duty comes out. So he'll play well till the 26th of October or 25th, excuse me. And then after that, they just drop right off of relevancy.
Nothing against your Rams, but I'm gonna take it the upset here, Tim. Cardinals. I just like what they did on the road against Buffalo. And I think Marvin Harrison will have 5 catches in this game.
5 catches for 50 yards.
But Rams, Cooper Kupp, 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 touchdown to Marcus Robinson.
Rinse, wash, repeat.
What?
I said rinse, wash, and repeat.
Pretty much. That's what the Rams do.
yeah.
All right, and then the next last 3 o'clock game. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson. the Cincinnati Bengals, who looked terrible,
Jesus Christ.
at America's new team, the Kansas City Chiefs, who I don't think looked that great on the opening night.
Yeah, this matchup should have been later in the year, and it's kind of a saddening thing to see the whole Jamar Chase ordeal hold out all camp long. T. Higgins, it doesn't sound like he's going to be ready to go anytime soon, which is a very because those guys are what Burrow needs. My MVP candidate is oof, maybe throwing less yards than Herbert this year. That's terrible. So yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, we'll see what they can do after their extended break from opening Thursday night Super Bowl party against the Ravens. We'll see what they can do on offense. Kelsey didn't do much. I don't know if Taylor Swift's going to be there. I don't know. I haven't heard. But yeah, it should be hopefully a more competitive game. But I'm taking Kansas City. This should be as unless Joe Burrow finds a magic no-name receiver and blows up here. Yeah, it's gonna be all Chiefs here.
Yeah, I got the good old chefs. No, Chiefs. But yeah, I got him by. Hey, is Taylor Swift coming to the game? Do we know? We got confirmation. Is she coming? All right. Well, regardless, even if she's coming, they're winning. She's not coming, they're winning. But she's gonna be there. Yeah, I got him by like 10 points. Like, I think this game will be a little bit closer in the first half, just because it's Burrow and Mahomes. But I tell you what, though, 17 seconds are on the ticker in the fourth quarter. It could get interesting. But yeah, I got the Chiefs by 10.
Yep, same Chiefs. And we should get on Zoom during that game and have a drinking game. Every time they talk about Taylor, take a drink. Every time Jim Nance loses his mind over how good Patrick Mahomes is, take a drink. At halftime, when Bill Cowher says Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing, I wanna go to his house tonight, take a drink. I mean, we're gonna have to get 30 racks for this game.
You know, they didn't show Taylor Swift very much in the opening night, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's the NFL and CBS, Tim.
I know Tony Romo
Jim
and the
Nance, Bill
crew.
Cowher, Nate Burleson. All right.
Your boys.
NFL, NBC, Sunday night. This is a pretty good matchup. Two young quarterbacks. The Bears, who have a great defense, terrible offense, versus CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans.
Yeah, this should be a great matchup here with the top picks, quarterbacks last couple of years, CJ Stroud and yeah, Caleb Williams. Williams looked a little jittery in this game last week, but the Bears defense kept him in it. And yeah, that's enough said. But I think Houston's got they got weapons, and it's just I think there's just gonna be too much to handle as long as they protect the ball. That's about the best thing you can do against the Bears. But they're good at getting turnovers. So, and I don't know. This seems like Houston should take the game. It's a primetime game. Caleb Williams should get better, but he's still a rookie. So,
Yeah, I think the Texans got this one. I mean, I think the Bears are going to be better than people think, but yeah, I got the Texans by 7.
Texans by 13. I gotta go with CJ Stroud, my MVP, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Texans are just too much for
But Caleb Williams will have 102 yards passing this game
102,
because last game he had like what 93.
something like that.
He
Maybe.
looked he looked bad,
Yeah.
and they were.
One game. But yeah.
But just remember, if you start 0-1, you're done.
When? Who? Who?
Oh, Dan Patrick.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Travis's Texans. All right, and then we'll finish things off with Monday Night Football, ESPN. Battle of the Birds, the Falcons, who looked not that great with Kirk Cousins, at the Eagles, who fly back home from a win in Brazil.
Yeah, this wasn't the game we were thinking of for Kirk Cousins coming back from that Achilles injury. He just did look like himself. Did look like he wasn't just himself out there on the field. Eagles coming back from that win over in Sao Paulo. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts still struggled with holding on the ball, turnovers. I think that's just his DNA now. Uh, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. This should be. I mean, it comes out if Atlanta can run the ball or do anything. They just Bijan Robinson couldn't get anything going. Saquon, I think he's my MVP after week 1. So, but yeah, taking the Eagles in this one Monday night.
I need um I need the Falcons to have a good game because Kirk Cousins is my backup quarterback since Jordan Love is out. So I'm taking the Falcons by 3. And God, I hope Kirk Cousins wakes up. So yeah, that's it.
Eagles, it's in Philly. Would not want to play there if you're any team. It's probably, as of right now, it's probably top 5, maybe a little higher place to play in the NFL right now. The only thing bad is that Jalen Hurts is kind of starting to become a gunslinger. Throws a lot of balls that he doesn't need to. And Saquon looks great. What were the Giants doing? Michael Strahan. But yeah, I think the Cowboys and Washington should have tried to pick up Saquon, but the Eagles got him. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, they look pretty good. Eagles by 17 points. But I think the Falcons start rolling after this game. I think they'll figure out their team. It's brand new coaching staff and new quarterback. And Michael Penix was a terrible draft pick.
Yep. And with that, that wraps it up. If you made it through the whole entire episode from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and tune in next week.